You're good.
Hi everyone, Sarah here from the Paper Cut. It is Thursday night and we are doing our Thursday night demo. We are T minus 8 days for our in-person classes. So the classes are not tomorrow. So if you're coming to in-person classes, don't come tomorrow because they're not tomorrow. They're next week, Friday. And we're still getting kits together. For shipping kits, we will be shipping kits on the 11th. That will be a week out for all of you virtual peeps, because virtual is the next week, starting the 18th. So those will go out on the 11th, which is Monday. Knock on wood, hoping. No, we'll get them out. And so you'll have a week to get them. So you should get them in time because all of them are going priority mail. We did mail out, there was a few that just had individual kits. So like Creamy Dreamy Christmas, we did mail that one out if you just ordered just that kit. Cards isn't ready yet. We'll be working hard over the weekend. Is your volume on or is it?
No.
No? Oh, that's weird. I heard a shh.
Oh, maybe that was me going. Phew.
Oh.
Yeah, my volume's on.
Yeah. Anyways, the fun starts early tonight. Anyways, so yes, we're still working on class kits this weekend. We've got some extra helpers coming in and we'll be getting them done and getting them out on Monday. So let's go down to the table because I have a bunch of cards I'm going to show you.
There, you're down there.
Okay, we're down at the table. Let's see, let's get my phone so I can see it. Oops, then I lost it. There we go. Okay, so I've got a bunch of cards here, so I'm just going to show you some of the cards for Creamy Dreamy. Now this one I did take offline. The only way you can get the Creamy Dreamy is for the to order the all-in bundle, just because we sold out of all the individual kits. So there's 4 cards. I've only got 3 of them in here. I couldn't find the other one, so this is one of them. And my mom came up with the name for this one because I was making the Creamy Dreamy Christmas.
Oh yeah, I did.
So because I came up with this one, and then I was doing another one that was kind of like the same color tones. Whoops, my phone fell. Same color tones, and she's like, well, you should just call it Creamy Dreamy. And I was like, well, maybe, but then I was like, oh yeah, that's a good name. So
Thank you, Sarah.
Anyways, there's 2 of the cards, and then this poinsettia one, which is much prettier with the poinsettias popped up. So anyways, those are Creamy Dreamy. Some of these will be available as kits. I don't have them posted yet because I never have anything posted on time. So we'll set those aside. The alcohol ink class, I only have a couple of the cards because some of them are being kitted right now. So we have this one that is on UPO. We have this autumn one where we're alcohol inking on gold mirror card. So, and the other ones, and this is alcohol inks in watercolor. So that one, I only have a couple because the other ones are out of the building. So for cards, there's 2 birthday cards. This is one of them. It's an easel card. So it opens to the inside and then it pops up like with an easel. So our balloons pop up nice and tall. This is one that I did demo something similar to this during one of our nights, but I think I did it in colors when we first got that. This is an alcohol ink Halloween one with the googly eyes. Our kind of guy card / adventure. Clean and simple. Now I'm not very good at clean and simple. So I did text my sister-in-law and I said, is this one okay for clean and simple? And she's like, absolutely. So with an embossing folder and some layered flowers. So yeah, and this isn't all of them, this is just some. And then we have another birthday card, and this is our horizontal banded Z-fold card, which I don't know if you can see it here, but it's got this really cool embossing folder, or not embossing folder, die from Rubbernecker that does these little stitch circles. It's really cool.
I'm not seeing that, but
yeah, well, I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, I can see it on your big screen over there, but I can't see it on this one.
On your little one, but yeah, it's got these little stitched circles on there. Anyways, so Then these cards are make and take cards. So these are the in-person make and take cards, because these you do the stamping on them. So not all the stamping is pre-done. So if you see these and you want to order the make and take kit with the understanding that like it's not pre-stamped, it's pre-die cut, but it's not pre-stamped, you can order that. And if you want to add that onto your kit, go ahead, and you have to go to the in-person classes, select the in-person make and take. I'll know that you're not coming, and select no shipping, and then I'll add it to your kit. So it's 8 cards. So this is our Happy Fall one, but they're stamping and they're doing brush blending. A bib card, again, this is printed, but they're stamping the backgrounds here and here. These guys are pre-printed, so a bib card. These are the in-person make and takes. We kind of looked at something similar to this when we did a make and take, or when I did a Thursday night demo, sorry. And then I did something similar to this on the striped paper, but I didn't have that exact one, so I switched it up and went with this green one. I like how it turned out. In person, this won't be stamped, or this isn't stamped. So you'd have to come up with your own stamps if you want to get the make and take kit, with the understanding that it's not stamped. Now this one is like one of my favoritist ones, if that's a word, favoritist. No, I don't think it is.
It is now.
It is now, yeah.
Coined a phrase.
So this panel I actually did when we were demoing the embossing folder class. And I said, oh, I'm going to make something with that one. So I just stamped. So in the in-person make and take, they're actually going to brayer on the embossing folder and make this and then do the stamping. But you guys have a lot of embossing folders at home. So if you are like, darn, I wish I lived closer, you can get the make and take kit. Just go to the in-person classes and then select the in-person make and take, but make sure to select no shipping. And I'll probably notice that, you're not coming and that you have a virtual class. Anyways, I'm getting my browns out because we have a lot of browns.
Gosh.
So,
What are we supposed to look for there? I want to post the link.
oh, go to the in-person, the red box on the classes, which is the in-person.
Okay.
And then, so I didn't even show all the browns today when I showed the picture, because these are the browns that like we have, and along with Hot Fudge is one of our normal browns. But during COVID and the next year, we had trouble getting some of the browns. So people would call and say, do you have a dark brown? Well, Hot Fudge was out of stock. Grocery Craft was out of stock for a little while. We were probably out of this one for a little while, maybe at different times. And so we were really lacking on browns. Well, now we have a ton of browns, because since the new Lesabo colors came in.
Brian says hi.
Yeah. I'm surprised he's watching. He's on vacation. So anyways, so these are all of the new Lesabo line that came in. Recently this Sahara came in. And then this chocolate, which I ordered way back in 2021 when we were out of Hot Fudge. I was looking desperately for a replacement, and I ordered the chocolate. Well, that was back ordered too, and then poof, it showed up. So we have all of these browns. So nobody can say now that we don't have enough browns, because I think we're there. Along with the Leather-like, which is a very nice, even deeper brown. So yeah, we have a ton of browns. So yeah, if you can't find what you're looking for, actually, if you ever need just like for a wedding or a special occasion and you're looking for a certain color, now you're probably not looking for browns for that, but you can always say, can you send me a sample? Now, if we're ever going to send samples, usually it's this 3rd size sheet. Now, I can't send a ton of them in an envelope, but if you say I need to compare a purple, purples are hard. Purples are hard too.
Almost as hard as whites, huh?
Well, we have a ton of whites, but purples are harder.
Okay.
I can say that we probably need more purples. Anyways, yeah, if you're ever need to compare a color to something, just know that people are not taking the invitation and holding it next to the bridesmaid dress. So it just needs to be close. It doesn't need to be exact. So anyways, but yeah, if you need a sample, this is usually the size sample that we send out. Just a little swatch so you can compare it for your special project, whatever that may be. So anyways, let's take all of our browns and put those kind of aside. Now blacks too, blacks and grays. For a while it was like I had black, I had pewter, and yeah, these were my blacks for a while. My blacks and grays. They were black, they were pewter, and they were antique. That's all we had. So then it's like, oh, you don't have any blacks and grays. Well, we do now. So because with the Lessable line, we got 4 new ones. So we have the Thunder, which is, kind of a darker one. It's got a little bit more blue tone. I don't know that you can see that. The Rhino is a nice one. For a while we had Urban Gray, which replaced the Basis Gray. The Granite is really close to the Pewter. And then the Cement. So yeah, we might end up getting rid of the Pewter, keeping the Granite.
Sarah, do you know offhand if Diana McAteer has an order in house?
Not off the top of
Oh
my
no,
head.
she said it's still in her cart.
Oh, you can still order, and we can get it to you. If you have, yeah, you can still order, and we'll, I'll be processing orders over the weekend, and then we'll get the class kits out on Monday. Anyways, so blacks and grays, yeah, we have a fairly decent assortment. Not as many as we have of browns, but a good assortment of those too. So let's go. So I pulled out a brown. That's what started the whole brown thing. I went over by the scallop cards. I'm like, which color do we have a lot of? Like if I was going to pull one for doing a class card or whatever, which ones do we have a lot of? Well, we had a lot of the browns, and I'm like, browns. Okay, browns. That's my topic for tonight. Because I was thinking about that the other day. So I was looking at colors to put on that. We have a lot of browns, and I was going to do that. But I decided to go for this blue, which is kind of like a denim-y color. Then it took me to the creams, excuse me, wondering which cream to use. I mean, we could do this all night long with different colors and comparing what the different colors look like in the different shades. Because this is the ivory from the Lessable line. And everybody's interpretation of ivory, cream, natural is different. So, but this one is called the ivory. It's different than our white. No, here we've got just so you have a comparison, this is our Cougar white. Then we have our Cougar cream, slightly different, and then we have the vanilla. Well, I wanted something not white, but not this cream, so I went with the ivory for the top of that. Yeah, we could look at the reds next, and we could just do all the colors.
How many colors do we have? Now there's a question.
Yeah, there's a question. I'm not counting them. I've got too much going on this week.
Me
So,
too.
anyways, we do have scallop layered card kits. So I was like, because I said to Becky, what should I do tonight? And she's like, well, I don't know that you've ever done a scallop layered card kit. So that's what took me to the scallop aisle. Anyways, so I have this blue, and I did get some dies in from Impression Obsession today. So I got this one. What is this one even called? Let's see. Oh, here. It is called Arrows. So I just got that today. So I'm like, okay, perfect. But I have a bunch of stamps in front of me because I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I know I'm doing this. I know I'm doing this. What?
Marion Phillips said, so what you're saying, if we want to match something, we should send you a sample of the fabric and you can match it?
Well, you could send me a sample of the fabric. Somebody has done that, and I can pick out the closest one.
Okay.
Or if you just say, hey, we don't have any purples. Purple's a hard one. So if you said, hey, I don't know which purple matches this, we have grape jelly, grapes. We don't have many purples. I would probably send you the 4 or 5 purples that we have. But yeah, right now if you said send me all your browns, no, you need to narrow it down.
Okay. Thanks.
In the 12 by 12s, we do have some varieties. Like there is a brown variety in the 12 by 12s. So anyways, I'm using washi tape, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know exactly what I'm doing because I have this little guy pulled out with blue jeans on. I thought that would be fun. I'm going to do him in brown because he's a silhouette. But I also have some like motorcycles pulled out and some candles and some treads. And I have the Jeep die cut pulled out. And what else do I have out here? I just got a bunch of stuff. Just
The librarian's going to have a blast putting it stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I put the Jeep back already.
Yeah,
didn't
you
I?
did. You put them. I gave them back to you, and then I have Enjoy the Ride that I thought could go with the motorcycle. So I don't know. So anyways, I just know I'm doing this. And then we'll figure it out from there. So I'm putting that underneath it. Now, this ink pad matches, you know, colors don't always come out the same as what they're on their lid, but look at that. This one matches really good. And then when I brush blended it, it matched really good too. So I was like, oh, cool. So let's see. What color is that? Smoke blue. So now, when you're brush blending, you can, and I have a bunch of different swatches here because I'm probably going to do it a few times because I don't know what I'm stamping and I may not like it. So I'm just going to do it a few times and then see what we come up with. And that's what I should do when I'm designing everything. Just do my backgrounds a bunch of times instead of do one, try something, it doesn't work, then do another one. Tonight I got a little bit smarter. So anyways, I'm just going to brush blend on here. Now, the one thing with brush blending is you start out and you're like, wow, that looks really light. And I did that my first time this afternoon when I was checking this out. Actually, I'll show you what I did. I went, wow, that was really light. I need to add more color. So then I added more color. And then when I pulled it out from underneath my stencil, I'm like, wow, that's really dark. I should have stopped a while ago. But when you start brush blending over a stencil, you're like, oh, it looks really light. And yeah, then you add more color. And yeah, by the time you do it, it is too dark. So this is where I started this afternoon. I was like, oh, that's darker than what I planned on it being. So
Hey, when did we do that golf card, Sarah? Marion Phillips really likes it. She's sending it to her brother for his birthday.
I think we did the golf. We did a guys class in May.
Okay.
So you're going to watch me brush blend here for just a little bit because I'm going to do this, like I said, while I have my stencil out, while I have my smoke blue ink pad out. I am just going to do a few panels because I don't know whether I'm going vertical or whether I'm going horizontal. So
Are you saying you don't know up from down?
No, I well, not today maybe, but
I know. I wonder why.
because it's a little busy. But anyways, and maybe I want to do it darker on one side like this and then go lighter over to the other. So maybe I want to get darker to lighter. So here we have our dark one, we have our darker to lighter one. Let's try and I'll get to stamping in a little bit, but just so I don't have to keep getting this out when I don't like what I start with. Or we could just do totally random off the edge to get some of that color and then just randomly darken light wherever. So yeah, this just came today, so I haven't really played with it, but for 10 minutes earlier.
Is it that UPS package that came?
Yep. So we have a lighter one. I have a few panels over here, so let me just go to a different one. And what I'm wondering is if you could do two colors, if you could move, and maybe we'll try that. I'm wondering if I could move the move it and then do another color over the top of it and how it's going to look layered. So I might actually try that. Now I should have done I want to do like a different color brown on here, like oops, this one got a little dark because I went right on there instead of off to my side. But because usually I start off over here and then I brush blend. And so let me try that, because I'm wondering if you could offset it a little bit and how that will, I don't know if that's going to work out or not. I'm going to try it though. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? It's going to be on the, I still have the back. Well, no, I kind of mooged that up. Mooged. So let's off, because I've got my lines going down the middle. Let's offset it. Let's just try a different color. And it might look like poo. we're gonna try it anyways. So I just want to see what happens if you move the dye a little bit. Sometimes when you have a plaid dye and you do that, then you can, it kind of gives a cool effect. This one may or may not.
50-50 shot.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know that I'm going to use it, but okay, we'll set that one off to the side. Anyways, I have some starting points. And so I'm going to take my dye off of here.
You know what I would have done? I would have done down the
at a
middle
different
one
angle?
color and then
Oh, that would have been a good
another
idea.
color on. Yeah.
Do you want to come over here? And
No, no. If you keep,
you could.
That was very polite, sir.
I'm just saying that you probably know as much of what you're doing with this card as I do, because I don't really know.
Have it. Whoa. This is the same way I dance these days. Oh my gosh.
So, anyways, I did want to try this little, the little Fisher boy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna try him first. Oh, actually, I just found this afternoon when I was looking for brown ink pads, because, and I'll show you what I pulled out for brown ink pads. When I'm doing a silhouette, I like one that fills in really good, and the color box chalks do. Now these are discontinued, and I don't have the re-inker, so I had to stamp this in order to get it solid like that about 5 times because my ink pad is running out. And I do like that. So I may turn this, I may use that. So this is a silhouette stamp from Impression Obsession. I don't know if they carry it anymore. But so then
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So then I have my Impression Obsession ink pad, and it's a dye-based ink pads with silhouettes. I just prefer like the color box chalk or something with more of a spongy pad. So then I pulled out my VersaFine Clair, which I like. These are more of like this spongy pad, and they're really good for silhouette stamps. But I only have it in this color brown. So then, this was a whole process today. So then I texted Linda from Valley Stamp and Scrap, and I said, Linda, do you have any dark brown ink pads that work good for silhouettes? So then I went to her store, and she has the Catherine Pooler. So that's where we're at. So we are going to set this guy on here. We're going to put our little Fisher boy on here. And I missed a little bit at the bottom, so I might put something down there. I don't know what. But I'm going to set him on there. I'm going to get my these
So when
guys
did
out.
you sneak away to her store?
On my way home.
On your way home.
It's like a roundabout on
Yeah.
my way home.
Yeah, it is.
It
Well-
adds another 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Probably didn't add anything considering all of the detours we have these days.
yeah. So this one is the one I think matches. Catherine Pooler ink pads are really juicy, so I'm not going to push down on it really hard. You can see that the ink it's on there. But yeah, Valley Stamp and Scrap has the Catherine Pooler ink pads. So let's just give it a whirl. They are really juicy, and they work really nice for silhouette stamps. So yeah, I'm gonna ink them one more time. I can see a little bit of the ink behind there, the blue, because I did it on the darker part of the blue. I should have done it on the lighter part. I like the Catherine Pooler ink pads too. I don't have that many of them, just a few colors. But yeah, they're very nice. And they're juicy. Okay, this one might have been a little bit better because it's a little bit darker and I was over the darker part of my blue. Now, I do kind of like that. So, but while I have my stamps and ink pads out, and since it is fairly juicy, I am just going to wipe it off before I pull it off of there. My fingers are going to get all dirty. Let's see what else I have over here that I can play with. We already saw these guys. I like those guys too, so I'm going to keep them there. And then I also pulled out some candles because I figured I could do some candles. So these, I have them already set up on my block, so I'm just going to do them as a one and done thing. And let's try the darker brown. Oops, this one's not even open. I didn't even open it. There you go. Now, I don't want to be a heavy stamper on the Catherine Pooler ink pads because I'll smooge ink everywhere. Smooge. Now, it probably would be better on my, and maybe I'll do them this way. Probably would be better on my stamping platform because then I could keep them straight.
But seeing as you are a kind of go for it.
I'm a go for it kind of gal. You guys know that about me. I am just going to go for it. And we could always cover that up. If I'm crooked, which I am, but that's okay. Because I shouldn't have put them so close to the bottom because I'm having a hard time seeing through the, phooey. Depth perception did not, depth perception failed me there.
Whoops.
Oh, I did it though. I did it.
Yeah.
I'm sure somewhere in this room I have a, let's see. I had a birthday stamp. Oh, it's right here. You can tell this one gets used, or did get used a lot. So today it's all about you. So I'm thinking I could stamp this just on a scrap piece of my vanilla, or my ivory, I mean. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. Yay. So this does say today it's all about you, but obviously it was used in a stays on ink pad, and it is permanently discolored, and now it's upside down. Oh, but it works. Okay. So sometimes it's better to ink this way because then you have more control over, not pushing too far down and getting ink everywhere if you just do a tappy tap over the top. Nice. It worked. Okay. Since I don't use Catherine Pooler ink pads a whole ton, I don't know how much it dries, so I'm going to hold off handling that for a little bit. So I thought I had another panel over here. Oh, I did. I did something with it though. So anyways, I might just call it a day and do something with these two panels. So even though I have my Enjoy the Ride, it should be on a lighter one. This darker panel should be on a lighter one. So
Yeah, Tracy, that's a good idea. Heat gun it.
oh, heat gun it. Good idea. And I do have a heat gun, let's see, I could test right here, but this is kind of a blotting pad, so it absorbs it really quick. So let's just give it a little zapper. And I think I had, oh, I did. I pulled this stamp out, Fill Your Day with Simple Pleasures. That's the one I was kind of thinking for that guy right there. Because fishing is fun. Well, it's funner when you catch fish, but...
Oh, I have a fishing story about Sarah.
You do?
Ice fishing story.
Oh, yeah.
Ice fishing. Boop, down through the lake. Down through the ice, into the lake.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen on a lake.
I know.
That's shallow. Yes, walked out on Berry Lake, small lake, parents' cottage. Walked out. I don't even know who was out there. If Dad was out there,
Yeah,
with
Dad
whoever.
was out there. Leah and I were, at the cabin.
And I was walking back in, and there must have been like a spring coming up.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I fell through the ice. Only one leg, so my other leg was on top of the ice. Oops, crooked. And I pulled myself back up, and it was only probably in waist deep water.
Oh, yeah.
It was shallow.
Were you pregnant at that time?
I was pregnant
Yeah,
at that
I thought so.
time with
Yeah.
Jake.
Yep.
But yeah, that's not supposed to happen. You're not supposed to fall through the lake. Fall through
But
the
you're
ice.
right, it's a spring-fed lake, Sarah.
So yeah, when you're pregnant, in the cold, walking by yourself on a lake. Yes, that did happen.
Oh, man. I have
So.
another one, too.
Great. Okay, so now we have those. Let me grab my little paper trimmer. The other day I took a little slice off my finger, so it probably is just a real thin shaving of skin. So it probably is better to always keep your guard on there so you don't get your fingers underneath there.
You did that on that one, or you did that
No,
on
on
my...
this one.
Oh, my gosh.
I was super close and was like, woof.
Yeah.
So yeah, be careful with your paper trimmer, people, and Sarah. Because this bugger's sharp.
That's the best part about working with your mom. She knows all your secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knows mine, too.
Did somebody
Oh,
say
God.
that?
That's scary, yeah.
Okay, let's do my Simple Pleasure Day one too.
I think when you went through the ice, Sarah, you were pretty close to shore.
I
so
was
you-
pretty
you-
close to
you
shore.
knew
That's what I mean. It was only
Yeah.
in waist deep water.
Colder than the Dickens, right?
But cold, yeah, cold.
Her kids know all her secrets, too, because her kids worked for me, and I told them all her secrets.
Great. Okay. So I do have my panel of blue. I think I have another panel of blue here too, so I am going to back it with a little bit of blue first. Now, speaking of blues, because this was a hard color too, this denim-y color, but there's two of them that came in that line. This is steel blue and this is misty blue. It's just a nice, they're nice blues.
Oh man, I like those
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah, they're pretty awesome.
Yes.
So the new line of Lesabos is, I'm glad it finally came in. We had to wait very patiently for it to come, but it did finally arrive. Oh, now this one I must have set something on. Okay, I have to turn this over and stamp it again, but I'm going to cut my layer for it first. That's a serious bummer. This one I didn't zap, so whoever told me to zap it with a heat gun, yep, you were right. Sarah didn't zap her. Did I just cut my piece that was for behind here? I did. What a dope. Okay, I have more paper though.
Oh.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what happens when I'm working on two things at one time.
I do that all the time. Oh.
I'm going to give it a little bit bigger blue border and then a very small brown border, I think. Okay, so we have that one. We have that. And then let's see if I have any hot fudge, because that's my card color. And I'm going to put it over my candles that are uneven on there. So let me go behind me so I can get out my hot fudge. In my plethora of browns, I will find it.
You know, it took me a long time to figure out how to say that word correctly.
Plethora?
Yes.
Okay, so there's that. And here's those two little pieces. Don't cut those. Oh, and this is, I don't know what that is. All right, I'm gonna get my paper trimmer back out and cut one more set of layers and then we'll be good to go. Now I could attach this on there, but if I happen to cut wrong, then it's already attached. So I like to not cut or not attach it until after I cut it. Now measuring would be a good thing instead of eyeballing, but I am just eyeballing. And sometimes when I eyeball, I have to keep cutting down and down and down. So measuring is sometimes good, so you could do that. Don't let your paper trimmer fall on your fingers. I'm pretty good at eyeballing. And if I need to take a sneak off. Okay, so I've got that one, and I'm going to cut one more piece of brown to fit behind this blue. And then I might cut it with the scissors, because sometimes it's just easier when they're little like that, following it with the scissors.
I should blow my screen up. I could read it better. Marianne Phillips didn't say it's the best part about working. She said it's the bad part about working with your mom.
That's the bad part about working with your mom.
She knows all your secrets.
Okay, so I am going to re-stamp my words. This is a wood stamp though, so this is going to be fairly difficult to actually get it on that little square. So I might not be doing that. Or I might be starting with another one. Because, yeah, I like wood stamps. But the one advantage to clear stamps is you can see through them. So you can see where you're stamping.
True.
Oh,
True that.
Phew! Look at that.
Look
At least
at-
close enough that I can trim it down a little bit. It's at least straight. But whoever suggested to get out the heat gun, I am going to do that this time. I'm going to listen.
That's Tracy's the ants.
Okay, so now I am just going to get out my scissors though. Now I'll probably trim crooked or something stupid like that. Oh, close enough. Okay, so yes, we have two different cards going on here. Two different but similar cards going on here. So let's get our card base out. We have that. We have this. And okay, so you guys might have seen me do this already, but for attaching your text insert to the inside, this is my little trick. Oh, we should have done an envelope too while we had that stencil out.
Oh, yeah.
I'll get it back out. But anyways, my text insert, I fold it in half, and then I like to just put tape on my score. If I have a narrower tape than my 1/2 inch, I'll put a little bit on each side of the score. And then don't go all the way top to bottom, because remember our text insert doesn't go all the way. So if we ran the tape off the top and bottom edge, we'd have exposed tape. And then I like to hold it. So you can, like I've seen people do this, where they put tape on this whole thing and then they lay it out, but then it's for sure going to buckle in the middle. So fold your text insert, put your tape on your score, hold it at a 90-degree angle, set the fold right into the score. Don't do it when it's open like this, because if you set it over the score, it's going to buckle. So hold it at an angle, 90 degrees exactly. Get out your protractor. Do kids even use protractors nowadays?
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking the same thing. Oh my goodness.
You need a protractor, and you need a, where's the thing with the pencil on it?
Oh yeah, that whirligig thing.
Yeah. I don't know what that's called. I can't remember at the moment. Get out your protractor. Okay, so anyways, so then we attach our text insert in there. And I already pre-cut a layer of glue. I'm going to attach him. I have this little thing down there, which I'm not fond of. And I'm not sure what I'm going to cover it up with. I might take a piece of brown. Imagine that. When I find where I put all my browns. Where did I put my browns now? Oh, they were underneath my trimmer.
That's called a compass.
That's the compass?
Yeah. 6-inch clear swing arm protractor and 180-degree math protractor. Silver Classic. One's called a protractor, one's called the compass.
Okay.
I think the protractor is the thing.
With the whirligig thing?
Yeah.
Oh, ribbon. Ribbon would have been down there. I don't have any ribbon in here with me. And I don't want to leave the room because my mom might tell stories.
Sarah.
Oh. So we'll just rip some paper.
Oh, Penny, I hope you feel better soon. She just got home from the hospital today after having open heart surgery.
Wow, hope you're feeling okay,
yeah.
Penny.
She said wish she felt good enough to listen and watch you live, but.
And now I don't recommend this. When you're ripping, don't try and rip little things like this. It's really hard. You want to rip bigger. I just want to get it exact. No, I don't really. Because I'm probably going to screw it up. Okay, there we go. Well, that's exact enough.
Compass. Yep.
Okay, so anyways, I'm going to attach these two guys together. Yeah, Penny, we hope you're up and feeling better in no time. But that's quite the surgery to have.
Yeah.
Whew.
Imagine what they do these days.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put that down there. Oops. Crooked and hang on, I gotta take a little sneak off of here. A sneak is like less than a 16th of an inch. Like, get over it, Sarah.
Oh.
Okay, and that's going to fit on top of my scallop scored card. Alright, and then we have now a flag on here would be really nice, but I didn't have a flag, so we are just going to do that. Okay. Like a flag shape would have been good. So I have some foam tape here. You guys didn't think that I was actually going to go the entire night without putting foam tape on a card, did you?
Yes. Foam tape. Let's hear it for the foam tape. Diane McIntyre has her order in PayPal. She wants to know how do I add in the make and takes?
Oh, go to the red in-person box. If you haven't paid for it yet, you can pay for it all at the same time. So go to the red, under the class section, go to the red in-person box and then select in-person make and takes.
I posted a link there someplace if you look back through the...
And then make sure you go to the shipping drop down and select the class kits. Not the make and take kit, because that one won't come up. So yeah, there's our little simple guy's card. And I'm not going to finish the other one because I'm like way over my time. But basically it's going to be close to the same thing, just going the other direction. So I'm not going to attach that one together. But yeah, that one is going to be pretty similar, just with the candles, and it's about your birthday. And this could be a birthday card too. So anyways, thanks for joining me tonight, guys, and we will see you next week. Some of you will see in person on Friday,
yes.
But I will see you on Thursday for a demo. Probably a shorter one next week, just because, yeah, we'll be getting ready for our in-person the next day. So
La 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 la.
have a great night.
Good
Bye.
night. Bye.